Guys, you know I spend a lot of time at the range, and there's nothing more important than protecting my hearing. But one of the things I typically use are earplugs, mainly because they're not cumbersome, they're just easy, and I can just slip them in. But there are a lot of downsides to wearing earplugs. Number one, they're very uncomfortable in your ear. They actually have to fit into your ear cavity. But what I've really been interested in lately is electronic ear muffs. Not necessarily for the range, which is definitely a good idea, but in a self-defense situation. Putting on electronic ear muffs and being able to hear, even amplified, to hear all the noises that are going on around you, it could be key, especially when your eyesight is impaired, because typically these things happen during the dark. Slipping these on, you're actually going to have an increased advantage in your hearing that you would even just with your standard ear. Then, once gunfire has happened, you won't be able to hear anything but ringing. So we're going to take a look today at the Prosound M series, and particularly the M4 electronic hearing protection. It's really ironic that I've been planning to do a video concerning electronic hearing protection. Picked up a couple of Howard Light Pros just to check them out. They've been around for about 25 years, and they are decent little muffs. But if you really want a good high quality muff, typically there's a lot better options out there. And so when Axel got in touch with me, Prosound, I was like, that's just funny that you would get in touch with me when I'm really honed in on this. The big thing for me, and there are a lot of advantages to it, but my biggest thing about electronic hearing protection is during a self-defense situation or a home invasion type situation or a break-in. One of the big things with the electronic hearing protection is that you can actually not only hear, but you can hear amplified. I mean, every noise that comes around. So this really is a huge advantage. I do wear just regular earplugs typically. And, they've worked fine for me. But, when you're trying to talk, especially if I'm with a group of guys or whatever and we're shooting, it's very annoying because I can't really hear. And then sometimes they're wearing electronic hearing protection and I'm yelling to them. It's just kind of confusing. And I think that this is really a great step for me personally. And so I spent quite a bit of time at the range yesterday and just found that they were very comfortable. But all the advantages that I was looking for were there. It's a very sleek design. They do kind of fold up and then they kind of collapse like this. Very compact package. And these are the M4s. The M4s, there is an M2 and then there is the MP. The MP is just for passive. The M2 is for 2 microphones right at the front. The M4, the only difference is it has 4 microphones. So this is going to be able to give you a directional sound. So you can really tell where the sounds are coming from. It's more amplified. Right here is your control, and you just turn that up, and you can set the volume where you want to. If you bring this all the way up, you can hear every sound. I mean, everything. Until gunfire erupts, and then the baffles actually shut down. Now, the deal with the baffles, it's actually a circuit board, so it's really watching through the circuit. Anything that reaches over 85 decibels, it muffles it down. And then as soon as the shot's over, it comes right back up. And so it gives you, again, just a lot of advantages. It's kind of like the best of both worlds. You can hear better, and yet when your hearing can be damaged, you're going to have it to shut down. A very comfortable head strap right here that is padded, and it's really open and well designed. I mean, the design is really nice. It fits over your ear, and it just keeps it really comfortable. The battery compartment is under this rubberized overmolded little plate, and you just push it down. It just pops right down to reveal 2 AAA batteries, and you'll put 2 in each side, and so it just fits right over. Really keeps it really comfortable and nice. They're just a great looking pair of muffs, just to be honest with you. There are auxiliary ports here and here, so you can pipe in music or books on tape or whatever you want to do, even radios and comms, which I think is a great idea. So you can listen to the comms through your earphones and it doesn't broadcast out to everybody else, which again, I think that's a really good tactical advantage. And you know, it's according to where you are. You know, you may be at a race, you may be at a concert. You know, us guys that are getting a little bit older, sometimes, you know, that can be kind of annoying. But you can have this hooked into your phone, to whatever, and to be able to hear what you need to. Right here on the side is a cut, and this is made for shooting rifle. One of the reasons why I've always shied away from wearing electronic earmuffs, especially doing video, is because it can interfere with your cheek weld. And one of the things about this system is that it has these cuts on the side. And because of those cuts, I can bring up and look right through my sights, and I have no interference whatsoever. And you know, you've seen it. A lot of times guys will have to adjust their hearing protection up like this, and it's really uncomfortable. And if it's uncomfortable while you're shooting, it's going to affect accuracy because you can't get comfortable. But with these, no problem. With the amplified sound, it picks up everything. I mean, you can hear the rustle with your feet. You can hear the birds and everything you need to hear. But once it goes over that 85 decibels, it muffles it. So you can carry on a conversation at the range, no problem. But you can also hear those sounds because it's not only in front of you, it's also behind you. So these directional mics help you to be able to locate where the sound is coming from. And there's nothing more annoying than being at a range and having to yell and you still can't be understood. But in a self-defense situation, that can mean the difference between life and death. Being able to hear sounds coming around you is really important. Especially when your adrenaline's pumping and your hearing is already impaired. Being able to bring this audio up 6 times over what you can typically hear with the human ear really is a huge advantage. And it does open up, and then of course when it closes you hear the click, so you know that they're off. Now if you watch this video before April 10th, they are doing a Kickstarter on the Prosound M-Series earmuffs, and both the electronic and the passive. So I'm going to have the link down below. Just go to that page. You can get a really great deal on these muffs during the Kickstarter campaign, which is really a great way to help them get funded and give you a really good deal. And so check out their Kickstarter page, and I think you're going to find that these are going to be some excellent options for your range time, or for racing, or for loud noises, wherever you are. And guys, for the record, Prosound isn't paying me a dime. They did send me these earmuffs to check out, but here's the skinny, guys. If these things aren't what I say, then why do I want them? I think they're excellent, and I think it's something to check out. So the Prosound M-Series electronic earmuffs, thumbs way up. Be strong, be of good courage. God bless America. Long live the Republic. What? What'd you say? Just kidding.